there's a point where you actually get him and you start to spend time with him before you have to kill him. And you say you fall in love with him. You love him because he embodies the essence of Cosa Nostra in a way that maybe you'd never even seen before in a man. You sure hadn't seen it in your boss, Paul Castellano at the time. And yet you also knew what you had to do because the rules were there. But you had this amazing, fascinating moment for me of maybe when I understood what Cosa Nostra was, where you were almost looking at a someone that you aspired to be, and he was looking at you as someone that maybe he used to be, and yet you guys still had to go through this process of the hit in order to keep Cosa Nostra functioning. Am I summarizing that okay? And is there anything you want to add to that?
That's the best summary I've ever heard anybody say. That's a great summary. Everything you said was perfect, and I did. Before I was with this guy in a van and doing things for hours, 13 hours. I can't get into all the reasons. Like, I'm in contract. I'm doing a movie about it, so I can't get too deep. The way you put it was perfect, and he was someone who was never in that position. I can only imagine what that position is like to be him. And the things he said and the things he did blew me away. And he, to me, what became the epitome of that life. I did. I fell in love with him. It killed me that night to carry out what I was supposed to do. And what it was, I'll give you one or two little descriptions, is that we were two samurais. We were two samurais. Samurais are Japanese. It's a different culture, but we were no different. They're more vicious than we were. But we were two samurais that met in battle. He lost. And like a samurai, he wanted to die with honor and respect. It blew me away. And that's what I meant by I literally fell in love with him because he was the epitome of what we're supposed to be. And I thought, if I was in his position, could I die like him? Could I be him? I really didn't know. And these are the things that went through my head. He blew me away. I saw a movie, The Godfather, where the part where Michael is in a room after he takes over, kills all the bosses, he takes over. He's in a room, and the door is open. There's other guys in the room with him, and his wife is outside the room looking in. And one or two guys come to him, get his hand, kiss his hand or the ring, whatever. And another guy comes to the door and closes the door on the wife. The meaning of that is that at that point in Michael's life, he's become the boss. He closed the door not only on his wife, but to the world. He was Cosa Nostra 1,000%. And everything else was out. Everything else was secondary. God, country, his wife, his kids, everything. That's what that door was closed. That's what the meaning of it was. Most people who saw the movie probably wouldn't even know that's the meaning of it. That happened to me My door was the Johnny Keys hit. That next morning, that door was closed to the world. I was already an usher to an amazing degree. And anybody who's known me or been around me, including the FBI, everybody can tell you the same thing. But that hit that next morning, that door was closed. Same as that movie.
Why, Sammy? Because of what you
Why?
learned about him
Because-
that night, or because he went
Yes.
through with it? Why?
Yes. For all those reasons, for what he did, for what he said to me, our relationship, and my life itself, what it became. I fell in love with him. I idolized him in a short period of time. And I did. That door was closed. I was going to usher, not 100%, 1,000%. Nothing else. It's not that nothing else meant anything to me. Things did mean things to me. But I was 1,000% was an usher. Whatever little misgivings I had, or whatever you want to call it, about not doing this or not doing that or whatever, they were gone.
I'm looking for partners, collaborators, colleagues who want to join forces with me around the globe and create real value, generational wealth, and financial freedom for everyone else around the world. Get involved in the cryptocurrency markets, get involved in the NFT markets. This is your moment. Life all comes down to a few moments. Don't let this pass. Now it's not too late. Next year's going to be too late. Ultimately, this is about freedom. That's the way I see it. This is about giving power back to the people and enabling billions of people worldwide to use the financial markets to improve their lives and those of their friends and their families and their communities. Honestly, I think it's a violation of human rights not to allow people basic access to financial services. Because right now people are being kept in the dark, they're being robbed of education, and it's a travesty. And so I'm looking for people that want to join me and be a part of this solution. And that all happens inside the DeFi Academy. The gains my students are making are absolutely amazing. Double, triple digit gains in the first month alone. That's amazing. This will change your life. Now is the time to get involved. I'm going to tell you exactly how my students in my academy made money in the last 30 days. I'm talking about real trading results. And let me just whet your appetite a little bit. Let me hit you with some numbers. I'm talking Brendan from New Zealand is up 68.77% on the month. Steve from Europe up 83%. Albert in Singapore up 169.9% on one single trade. I got Susan up 153% on her call options alone, also rocking 139% returns and 442% returns as well on individual trades. These are people that are changing their financial future in the last 30 days, but it's based on trading discipline. I've graduated over 500 students from inside my academy from over 54 countries around the world. It's amazing. When it comes to crypto, DeFi, and blockchain, we love this space. We truly believe it's the future. This is down to our core. It's authentic to what we're doing, and everybody can tell through the camera because you can't make this stuff up. If you're watching me now, wherever you are, I implore you, take 60 seconds right now and join my academy. Apply today. Now you've got a chance. Life all comes down to a few moments. What are you going to do? What's the choice that you're going to make?